Hello all, just a random one really. If you can hear this fan, I do apologise, I'll just turn it off for now. Not really gonna be talking about much really, I'm just a little bit bored. And I thought I'd just set up a little bit of a live stream because there's not much to do at like 10 o'clock at night and I've had a really shite weekend. It's not been a good weekend and it's not a good start for my week. So I'm just checking how you all gonna be this week and how everyone's all doing really. It's a little bit of a catch up. I want to try and do more of these. I've said this in the past, but I'm really shit at keeping to a schedule and managing to do these with health problems and whatnot. So if I can try and keep a bit ahead of it, I will do, but I ain't done one of these in a while. So I was scheduled to do a watch along for the England game on Thursday. Had a power cut. Didn't happen. And I think I double booked myself as well on that one. I was meant to do a one for tonight. My little one was still up and my oven blew up. So all in all, not a good week already. So this week going to be really good fun. Get the oven fixed on Monday. Electrician coming out Tuesday to disconnect some cable to the shed. And then I got water meter people coming to find out what the hell's going on with that. So it's not been a great week. So how's everyone else's week looking for this week? Mine is looking pretty damn poor. And I apologise if I'm looking over there because I can see my OBS. So I'm not really talking about much. Saying, do you think Paul will want to re-sign Atty in January? If I was Atty, I'd just stay in Cyprus, mate, to be honest with you. I don't really know why Atty will come back. To be fair, if he was going to stay, he would have stayed in the summer. Even if it was with Monk, you would have guessed that there was going to be a new manager coming in at some point. I think, to be honest with you, Elliot, he'll stay in, what do you call it? He'll stay in Cyprus. He got a cushy gig, he's in the sunshine, not that shitty weather. I know what I'd do. As much as I'm a Wednesday fan, you got to think of it like that. And by the sounds of it, we had a deal lined up ready for him and it just didn't work. So, and a lot of what's happened was due to what Monk wanted. Monk got the players in that he wanted, and it's just not worked out. So it'll be interesting to see what Pulis does in this next line of games and what we've got coming up. So hang on, let me have a look. Calendar. We got Preston on 21st, Swansea on the 25th. What game is that? Get info. Stoke on the 28th. Reading on... Oh, shit. Reading on the 2nd of December, so that doesn't count. Yeah. What's that one? Oh, yeah. Let's have a look. Who's here? Ian and Jay. Well, you know about my week. Sad that Ray Clemens have passed away. Yeah, it's a shame Ray died. Also, Des O'Connor as well, another person who's great, not in terms of thought, but great in the comedic side. Yeah, it's been not been a great week, has it? Mate, everything's been a little bit crap. Last thing I wanted to start my week was literally my oven blowing up, and it's just going to be one of the weeks by the looks of it. So they say things coming free, so I've had it already. So hopefully that's enough luck for me this week. The big one's going to be when I've got media people coming for water, because we had a huge bill, and apparently there's some sort of leak somewhere, and we don't know where it's coming from. We can't find a leak in the house, so we're hoping it's going to the house, and they'll fix it, and it's their fault. But the joys of home ownership. Like I said, I got a bit bored. I thought I could come on here. Talk some shit really, and it's been one of those kind of things where I wanted to get a lot more done this week, and it's just not happened. It's what it is. It's the joy of having little and a wife who's heavily stressed out with work, and me being a disabled man that struggles with keeping conscious at times. So it's all in all good fun. So I needed to do something for this next kind of wind down before bed because I'm bored as shit and can't think of anything else to do. So I thought I'd come on here and chat to you guys. But how's everyone else thinking about Pulis? How are people going to be reacting to his 13 sheet? Which players do you think are going to be worried? Which players do you think are going to improve under him and know what system he might play to? It's an interesting one because I've seen a lot of things about Pulis from ex-players and stuff, and they're all saying good stuff. Why do you think we haven't seen an interview with Pulis yet? Because he got announced Friday night. I think he'll be getting everything. I think he'll have spent most of the weekend getting either accommodation from the club ready for down here. He meant to be talking on Monday. Tomorrow, there is some sort of media Zoom press conference that he's going to be doing. That is what's been said. If you go on Don Houghton Twitter, I think it's on his Twitter, he has said that there is going to be a Zoom-style media press conference on Monday. Let me have a look. Yeah, Tony Pulis is set to speak to the press for the first time tomorrow. Here are a few questions that fans want to see him asking. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what it is. Let's see what the fans want. Oh, hang on. Oh, the joys of OBS dying. Bloody Nora. Is this working? Let me know if you can hear me or see me. Is this working? Yep, that's fine. Let's have a look. Crazy got told my youngest with testers. Teacher who tested positive COVID. Worth that. She's asthmatic. Look at this. Oh, that's great news that she's not tested positive, man. That's a little bit of weight off your mind kind of thing, which is good. I hope she gets the education she needs, but also doesn't pick up anything else, and hopefully the school's done a good thing with it. I think Pulis will stable us. We've been all over the place for too long. To be fair, I have the thing with Pulis, is as long as we're winning games, I don't think we give a crap. If we win ugly, we win ugly. The one thing we've not been doing is winning. And that's what we need. We need to win games more than ever. And I still think Chansiri does have a point. If we can start getting on a big bounce, playoffs aren't that far out of reach. It is a little bit out of there, I'll say it, but it is still mathematically realistic to get there, even if we don't think so. While you're here, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to it. If you could just drop a like on it as well, it'll help with the algorithm and get it pushed out to more places. Apologise if things keep crashing. It's OBS, it's crap. But there's nothing else I'd rather use on these kind of things. So, yeah. But I think Pulis is the right man to get us. Was I a bit annoyed that we went for him and not someone a bit more ambitious? Yes. But at the same time, with the position we're now in, winning ugly is winning at the end of the day. I think you've got to think of it in two senses. The one thing you know about Pulis teams is they are organised. They are very well drilled. You know what you get with a Pulis team. They got a little bit of bite in them without being nasty. Because if you look at Wednesday right now, we're top of the disciplinary. We lost it big style in disciplinary. So it will be interesting to see what he does there and how he changes that. Yeah, the return of Westwood could be interesting. Definitely can't. However, that 6-week period could be perfect time for Westwood. Yeah, that's another good thing. So if Westwood doesn't come back straight away, and there'll be people going, why West not back, mate? All right, mate, no worries. But there's going to be people who are going to be going, why Westwood not back? Why is he not back straight away? We can't sign him for another 6 weeks. Saw somewhere today we need 1.62 points per game, possibly to reach playoff. It is a big ask. You're right, it is a very big ask, but it's not impossible. And there's not many teams in the Championship who you look at and think you're kind of scared of them. It's one of those teams, one of those championships this year where anybody can go up. There's nobody you're looking at who going, they're definitely going to go up, or they might go up. Like, at the minute, look at the table. It's Reading, Watford, Norwich, Bournemouth, Bristol City and Swansea City are in the top 6, with Middlesbrough in 7th. Now, let's just remember who Middlesbrough got. A similar kind of manager to Tony Pulis. A worker, an organiser, doesn't take no shit. And that's the other thing. I think with Pulis, there's going to be some players that are going to be like, shit, we can't just do what we want now. Or it's going to be the first person who comes late, it's going to be really interesting. Can help out now with comments and need proofreading before being added to the chat. Cool, mate. That's fantastic. It's like, what do people think about what Derby are going to do now? Derby have now got that in that position where, do they go and get a manager or do they give it Wayne Rooney? But Wayne Rooney, if he takes it, he got to either be coach or player. I don't think he can do both. And Derby's interesting because their takeover thing. Like, tomorrow at about 8 o'clock. Oh. Odds last on Paul Cook to be new Derby County manager. Oh, that's not going to go down well if he does well. Derby County Pirate stream warning with the EFL set. Oh, what's that? Derby County. Oh, this is interesting. Derby County Pirate stream warning with the EFL set to prosecute. Matches shown by the club's own website have been vitally restreamed with no gate receipt. Is this what everyone's doing, like, kind of thing, where they're shoving it on websites or shoving it on Facebook? It is. I'd actually laugh if he did that, Thomas. I really would. I find that fucking hilarious. Oh, look, I'm a manager. I had hair transplant. I'm just going to rip them out. Former Aston Villa boss John Gregory in talks with sodding Derby. God, that's a name from the past, isn't it? He's going to be alongside Rooney. Oh, that makes sense then. If he's going to be alongside Rooney to help him, like, as a thing, that makes sense. But that's a blast from the past. When was he last managing? 2002. Jesus. But it'll be interesting. It will be an interesting one and what we do. Like, as we've all said, Pulis wasn't the person we wanted, but Pulis is the person we got. And as Dexterity Box did on his stream, he said, you what will go for someone like Tony Pulis, and it came true. It's interesting, Cook was not actually interviewed for the job. It seems like Pulis was the man he wanted straight away. And by the sounds of it, Pulis was who they wanted when we got Monk, and Monk got the job. So interesting in that sense. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with Wednesday. You'll see a bit of a style change, but I don't think it'll be that much. Let's have a look how Tony Pulis' teams line up normally. Why is it when I put Tony Pulis, the next name under that is Tony Hawk? Let's have a look. Reassessing. Oh god, 12 hours ago. There we go. Tony Pulis. Have I already read this? Is this the same thing that come up? It is, isn't it? So how many points will our people be in charge for the Sheffield Wednesday? I think we've got a chance of getting some really, really good points. Though he's going to be a good player, good manager to get in. Like I said, I wasn't impressed with it at first, but it makes a lot of sense. It's just, I get it. My interesting thing is going to be coaching staff who coming in, because there isn't anyone. The whispers are Jonathan Gold will be coming in as goalkeeping coach. Let's have a look. Yeah, it'll be interesting, that one, because there isn't anything being talked about. Let's have a look. Can't be surely, not in full. Give me a minute. Oh, it's gonna be an interesting one. This is such a Wednesday season, though, isn't it? When you think about it, don't start off well, back into things, and we're still playing catch up from the thingy. No, they're all gone, Dave. Everyone's gone. BT, the goalkeeping coach, Hughes, they've all gone. And the one I'm actually gutted about is Hughes. Andy Hughes was starting to like make a big part to it. Oh, hang on. So, Gould he was named the Preston North End goalkeeping coach in August. Is he still there? He is. Oh, that's interesting. We're playing them at the weekend, so that'll be fun. Interesting to see what happened there. No, they're all gone. It was Monk and his entire staff. So after that entire time of trying to get James Beattie on board from Birmingham, we get him and he's only in for about 2 months. Sounds like the Wednesday way though, doesn't it? Oh, that's interesting then. Okay. English. Yeah, he's from Paddington. 52. Jesus Christ, he's had some clubs. He's a Celtic. I did not know that. Okay. The Preston North End now makes sense. He played there. Bristol City, Hart Bay, and Wellington Phoenix. All right, cool. Nice. But it does make you interested to see what he's going to do, because having no actual staff is going to be such a pain in the backside to get right. Is he? Yeah, he's managing at Ipswich, isn't he? That's the only issue I got with this, because we've now got to recruit more players in terms of, not more players, more coaches. And I'm hoping Tony Pulis has got people in line. He said, I want this person, and this person. And they just go and get him. Watched England, wasn't aware Monk could take over from Southgate. I missed that game, Jez. I was meant to be on a watch along with two other people I do the podcast with, Lee Charles, Cov Vlogs, Ben and Loudmouth Matt. I was meant to be on a live stream, watch along with them for that, and my oven blew up, so I've had a really shit evening. So it's just been one of those things, and my little one was being a pain in the backside with trying to like actually go to bed. So it's been a very interesting evening for me. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. But England, let's be honest, England haven't looked great recently. And let's be fair, it's very hard to take England that seriously, because let's remember, even Southgate did not want the England job. And that's the thing that's really depressing about England, is that the actual bloke that manager them didn't actually want the job anyway. So that's a little bit of that kind of thing that says, if he didn't want it and he's now got it now, is he just doing it to see how he does until he gets sacked? Because I can't see anyone else wanting that England job anytime soon. Because it just stinks a little bit, if you know what I mean. But going back to the Wednesday thing, it'll be interesting to see who he brings in at backroom staff. I was really hoping he would bring Gary Megson back in, like somehow as like an assistant. But they're still really good mates apparently. Let's have a look. Mego. I forgot he went back to West Brom and caretaker in 2017. So he had been in football recently. Let's have a look. Okay, fair enough. No, but it's a weird one, innit? With the whole appointment thing. Bit like Wednesday job, but bit poison. In fact, our own management turnaround is shocking over the last few years. Yeah, we've not been stable really ever since Carlos, and it's been hit and hope, seeing this, that one sticks, and we've never really got something to stick yet. I thought we were going to get, what's he called? Oh, bloody hell, Steve Bruce to stick, but then he buggered off. Let's see who his backroom staff was at Middlesbrough. Forgive me if I'm wrong, wasn't Darren Moore part of Tony Pulis' backroom staff at one point? So it's Tony Pulis so at Middlesbrough, he had David Kemp and former West Brom goalkeeping coach Jonathan Gould. So he brought in 2 at Middlesbrough. Okay, let's have a look. And and Woodgate was named an assistant and got the job. Tony Pulis, David Kemp. Okay, that's who he brought in then. Was I right in thinking Darren Moore was under Pulis at one point? Or am I just making things up here? So who were these coaching staff at West Brom? Let's have a look. Yes, I'm happy. Thank you very much. So it was Rob Kelly, Keith Dowling, and D. Keeley. Oh no, that was who left. So the trio's left with me, so I'm Pulis now looking to finalise his thing. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to see who he's had at different places. 15p bet, 126 quid. Nice. That's awesome. As a note, who the hell Ben Gardner? 35-year-old worked together at Crystal Palace and helped with player recruitment. Okay. I believe we still got the player recruitment people in. So that'd be interesting to see what happens there. Oh, come on, so you help me out here. I'm sure he was his assistant at West Brom. Right, let's have a look. Yeah. Darren Moore. Let's have a look. Oh, he'll keep us up. To be fair, he'll keep us up. He'll definitely keep us up. At the end of the day, he'll do well, to be honest with you, I think. So he was assistant when Alan Pardew. Okay. Okie dokie. He'll keep us up, but I believe he's on a 2-year contract. I believe it's a 2-year deal, and I think he gets I think he got a bonus in place if he does keep us up. So it's on him to keep us up, in a sense. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Aha. Thank you, Dave. That now makes sense. That's where I got the Pulis link. So, but I do believe he has a kind of like, if we keep him up, he's going to get a pocket of cash, which makes sense. It's always good to give a player a kind of incentive, a manager, a bit more of an incentive kind of thing. So let's have a look. How to play like Tony Pulis at West Brom. He does like playing with one up top, doesn't he? So that'll be interesting because we haven't got any players that are good at holding the ball up. Oh, that'll be a bit annoying if he does do that. I think some players, like people saying Rhodes might benefit from him coming in and saying, who is it? Rhodes, Westwood. But it's this interesting one because I think a lot of what Barry Bannon has said recently has been taken out of context. Like what Barry Bannon said were completely different to what's been coming out. Barry Bannon said he wasn't ready for him to be in this team for how he needed to play. He needed to get him out of a relegation battle, and he needed less flary players. Hey there, Caster, how you doing, bro? I don't want to just say in the starting lead. Oh, I get that, but I think under Pulis, you may actually get a manager that can get us out this league. Come on, let's just remember when he was at Middlesbrough, he was 1 point off getting into the playoffs. He was 1 point off playoffs, and that was it. So it kind of thinks we can get him getting the players playing and get him to work. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Bazin doesn't have to worry about Pulis here. He'll never see the ball. I think Pulis isn't stupid. Pulis will know that Barry Bannan is the heart of that midfield at times. And he's the person that really does create stuff. Pulis has said in past interviews, but I think when he was at Middlesbrough, Pulis on Bannan. He said like he's their pin kind of thing. He's the person that always had that. 5 days ago, I don't want it from 5 days ago. Let's have a look. All right. I will be very interested to see what Bannan does, like the reaction when he comes in. What signing do you think Pulis will bring in? At the moment, it's sounding like there've been reports that apparently he won't have much money as he thinks he will have to spend. I can't remember who I saw that read with. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure I saw someone say he might not have a huge transfer budget in January. I don't know. If I'm perfectly honest with you, I don't know what kind of player he's going to bring in. He'll go for someone physical in midfield, which is something we need. Let's be honest. He will go for someone physical in midfield. He'll do well there. I think he'll go for a target man up top. So probably try and get Rhodes out the way. I don't know what he'll do with the goalkeeping situation. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Let's have a look. I don't want to say Bannan. What sign do you think? I'm not sure. Okay, letting fans piss off. To be honest with you, Carl, he had that at Middlesbrough where Gary Monk already set the foundation. He just came and built on it. Hey, Dawn, how you doing, mate? I'm not too bad. Well, I've been better. Long story short, my weekend gone from Thursday Power Cut to doing a podcast to doing it tonight as well, and then my cooker blew up, so it's been a really good weekend. I'm loving to bring Murphy. Murphy won't go now. Murphy's setting that Newcastle team. You'll get players who can do a job. That's what you'll get now. You'll get players that know what they're doing and they'll do a job. I still think there'll be a room for Bannan. I think he's not that stupid to just go, I'll get rid of him straight away kind of thing, because he knows he's the player that we need. But I think players who are, in a sense, relied upon as much as Bannan is will get made to be less reliable. He'll find people to help him, if that makes sense. We do need a goalie. That'll be interesting to see what happens with the thing with January. I am on tomorrow's show. I am on tomorrow's show, though. I will be. It's just, mate, if you have my weekend, you know. But I'll be on tomorrow's show for sure. It'll be good. It'll be an interesting one. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of going-ons at Derby. Your man Koku, who's been doing your wonders for him, is now gone. So who do you think they'll get in charge next? That'll be interesting to see what people say with that. It'll be. I think we got to trust in what Pulis does and what we do going forward. Yes, he's not great on the eye, but right now we don't need football on the eye. At the end of the day, you want a manager that's going to dig results out, and that's what Pulis' team do. And let's all remember, he kept Stoke in the Premiership for years. He's always done okay where he's gone. Most clubs he's done. He did well at Palace. He's done well at, to be fair, he did well at West Brom to a point. Middlesbrough, yes, you could say that it was like, well, we're going to get rid of you now because you missed out on what we needed. And he could have pushed on with that team. And people will say he's not done a lot recently, but he's the kind of manager that can come into a situation like Wednesday, steady things, make us hard to beat. And if we win by 1 or 2 goals, we're not going to be bothered because we're not winning at the moment. We all knew Gary Monk was on borrowed time, But we all also thought that he might have actually, got a bit of leeway. And yes, I think hindsight is a lovely thing, but you get rid of him now and you move on. Hey, Cod Vlogs, how you doing, mate? Subscribe to Cod Vlogs and Door on Tour if you're not. They're really good lads. They join me on the podcast with Lee Charles on the Lee Charles channel, the Football Vlogger podcast. We will be on there tomorrow discussing everything from international and so on. Actually, have I put anything in the Google Drive this week? I don't think I have. Whoops. But yeah, it'll be... I think we're in for a very interesting championship in the next couple of days when everyone comes back, because I have a funny feeling it's going to go bonkers with things. I really, really do. I think certain teams are going to play certain ways. Let's have a look what we got here. Hopefully bring back Wehty. If he does, they'll have a good chance of getting clean sheets and going up in there. Mate, remember, you can only bring back Westwood in January. Remember, so it's going to be about 6 weeks of getting Westwood back up to speed and get his fitness back. But I think we're going to be interested to see how we do if he does bring him back. Very interesting season. I don't see anyone in this championship door who look like they're nailed on to go up, if you know what I mean. Everyone seems so out of place. It's a little bit like that season Hull went up when they beat us in the final. There was no one that really looked like they were going to go for it. And at the minute, it's going to be really interesting to see who go where and when they decide to jump at it. So hopefully we can sort it. It's going to be interesting to see which team takes that kind of next step, because there is a team that's going to do it, but when? I don't know, Punk. I think you're forgetting how Saturday Boy and Blues games is for players and fans alike. My weapon was deployed during the time. I completely get what you're saying, Jez. I really do. But at the same time, right now, we just need to be made to be play ugly and win those games. And at the moment, in one sense, you could say it's actually a good time to employ him when there's no fans in the ground. It takes a little bit of less pressure off him, kind of thing. So, you know what I mean? But I know what you mean. We all, like I said, we all know what Pulis teams are like. We all know what they're like, and that's going to be the interesting thing when we go forward with this. Right time to do it. Wasn't the manager we all were expecting, let's be honest. We were all expecting someone a little bit, I don't know. I want to say, don't take this the wrong way, but sexy, like good football, like proper flowing football, attacking football. And that's what we'd always wanted. Like when Dirty Box got some shit for saying about having Wagner in. And I thought that was a good shout. I thought having Wagner in was a fantastic shout. But it's obviously not going to be that way. And it's a shame, because I think we needed to get the appointment quickly, and we've done that. But time will tell if it's the right appointment. And I think in the moment that we're in, style doesn't really count for much at the moment. I think we just need to win. Win games and get up that table and be a bit more defensively solid. And it'll be nice to go from open play, because we've not done that for a while. If we can get crosses into the box more and get some of our big lads on, especially from the back, that'd be fantastic, because we don't seem to do that either. So if you were Wednesday, you're turning around and you're looking at the team, what do you think we need to bring in January? And being deadly thirsty, what do you think we need to bring in? We all know the keeper situation we need. Possibly a fat winger. And again, it's always on everyone's list, a goal scorer. But the problem we got is we brought in a load of goal scorers already. And so far, the only one that I'm liking the look of as at the moment, granted there's not been many games, is Windass. I think Windass is looking the better of the two out of the lot we got in. But he's already been here, no player that's taking any time. I think Patterson will come good, but I wonder if Patterson's going to get deployed a lot more in that Rory Delap long throwing flick on thing, which, yeah, we are talking a lot about that. Still a striker, defensive midfielder, and a midfielder. To be fair, on the defensive midfielder, I'll be interested to see what he does with Pelopessi and Longo, how they get into it. But I do agree what I mean. To be fair, we've never really replaced Semedo in that defensive midfield. We tried it with Hutch and it was good for a while, but then he just kept on getting injured, and that was his downfall. A striker is a huge one. The striker situation, though, is going to be money. It's going to be where he can pick one up. I wonder if we're going to go to free agency, see if we can get any free agents in. We were already talking about that at one point, about on coming in, and I'd be interested to see if the list of free agents are still there, if he got ones that he's looking at. Because it's still got the same recruitment team in since Bruce left, and they've been okay with what they've brought in so far. A lot of this people coming in to the club, i.e. like coaches, recruitment staff, the ground to be building something here. But so far, we haven't found the right captain, to use a nautical term, to steady the ship. Maybe Pulis will be the bloke to steady the ship, and then someone can come and carry on his job after that. But right now, we're looking way too much in the future. Right now, the first game has got to concentrate on game one, which is Preston. Ice Wallow come? What? Try that again. Oh, well done. You're a twat. Well done. I knew I was going to read that. It is a troll. I just googled it. I just realised what I said. Pulis worked with is he still available? Is he actually left, or has he gone? I knew I shouldn't have read that. Is he actually still at Middlesbrough? Is he a free agent at the minute? Is he only 27? How is Sombalonga only 27? Hey, no worries, mate. It's one of those ones I kind of read it and, yeah, got trolled. It happens. But it will be interesting to see what we do, kind of thing. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you could like this video, subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow I will be on Lee Charles' channel at 8 PM. We'll be discussing all the international games. We'll be discussing possibly the Tony Pulis managerial appointment. Koku getting sacked by Derby. We'll be talking everything football, basically, and it'll be interesting to see how we get on. Hopefully we'll have a good show, and if you're one of my subscribers, please come over to Lee Charles' channel at 8 PM. Come and join in the chat, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for joining me on this random stream. It was just a stream where I got bored and I thought I'd just talk some shit. So thank you for watching. I'll see you later.